On the news, 17 die in Anambra rice distribution stampede, 10 in Abuja. NNPC slashes petrol price below 1,000 naira per litre. And federal government to scale down Lagos-Calabar coastal highway to 6 lanes. Thank you for joining us on the news on TV360 Nigeria. I'm Tamilore Akinkolie. Tragedy struck in two separate locations on Tuesday as stampedes during the rice distribution event claimed the lives of 27 people. In Anambra State, 17 individuals reportedly lost their lives during a chaotic food distribution organized by a private foundation. According to reports, the crowd overwhelmed the organizers, leading to a stampede that caused multiple casualties. Several others were injured and rushed to nearby hospitals for treatment. In a similar incident in Abuja, 10 people were killed during another ride-sharing exercise, with reports attributing the chaos to a lack of proper crowd control. Authorities have expressed concerns over the rising cases of stampedes at such events and called for better organization and safety measures in future charity initiatives. Investigations into both incidents are ongoing to ascertain the exact causes and ensure accountability. And the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has cut down prices of premium motor spirit below 1,000 naira per litre. A statement signed by the Petroleum Product Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria National Public Relations Officer Joseph Obele on Saturday said the move was a significant step in response to competitive impact of the regulation in the downstream sector. The association said a document released by the NNPC Commercial Department indicated a reduction based on the regional pricing scheme, with Lagos fixed at 899 naira amongst others. According to the national president of Petroan, Billy Ari, the price reduction is a welcome development that will bring relief to motorists and Nigerians during the holiday season. And the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, designed to connect 6 states along the south-south and southwest regions, is not just a road but a potential economic game-changer in transportation, boosting regional trade and creating jobs across the coastline. However, the Nigerian government has recently announced updates to the project, including a cost-effective redesign and the resolution of several challenges such as land encroachment and environmental concerns. Despite this the government remains committed to completing the project, with Phase 1 scheduled for commissioning by May 2025. This next report by Victoria Konde has more details.
The federal government's Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project has undergone significant updates, with officials confirming a redesign aimed at cost-effectiveness and sustainability. Initially envisioned as an expansive coastal highway, the project has now been scaled down to a 6-lane road to align with budgetary constraints.
Any realignment that you see on this road is for public interest. Everywhere in the world, there is no design that is static. Design is bound to be reviewed as construction process is going on. And the review is basically for safety and economy. And the review that we are doing here is for public interest. And what we see when we are inspecting this road from beginning, we can see I'm going with the drawing. And every stage, anywhere you see that we stop, I will check the design, and it comply with what we give the contractor. They follow it strictly.
Speaking on the new direction, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, emphasized the need to utilize innovative and sustainable construction techniques. This approach will not only reduce costs, but also maintain the structural integrity and safety standards of the road.
We can decide every 5 kilometers we have a lay bay where we connect all our CCTV to, and then we have vehicles and security within the cabin, there, so that the response time will be like 10 minutes. I'm sure that you've witnessed what we did at Tomeland Bridge. That's what we tend to replicate in all our, highways. And so the entire stretch of 750 kilometers to Calabar will be under CCTV, powered by solar. And then every 5 kilometers, or 10 or 15, as we may agree, where we have a porter cabin, where we have security post, no blocking of the road. You will have a viewing center, and then you view the entire stretch, left and right.
However, the project has not been without challenges. During an inspection, Minister Umahi raised concerns about the illegal conversion of strategic landmarks along the Lagos-Calabar Highway corridor, including portions of the Lagos waterfront.
Talk about mundane things without considering the interest of the entire populace, the interest of collective property and lives of our people. Why is it so much noise about, is it the owner of Ocean beachfront? It's not the owner. It's not the owner. It belongs to the federal government, and I challenge him to produce a paper that the federal government gave him that. And what he did, like I said, was to lease out those, the ocean front illegally to people, illegally. And so what we did, as directed by Mr. President, who has a human face, is that normally in law you don't pay for shanties, but he said we should pay, to alleviate the sufferings of the people. And we pay for all those shanties, but we pay directly to the owners of those shanties.
As part of the phased implementation strategy, the federal government has announced plans to commission the first section of the project connecting Lagos to Benin City by May 2025.
Continuously we have 20 kilometers to commission, and we will have the route continuously, some field, totally, waiting settlement, and of course the completion of the remaining 27 kilometers minus 10, another 17 kilometers before the end of next year, God willing. And of course, we also by May 29th, 2025, should have been able to complete 10 kilometers of section 2, which is 55 kilometers, going to stop at the border between Lagos and Ogun.
Despite the redesign and challenges, Minister Umahi reiterated the government's commitment to delivering the project, calling for stakeholder collaboration to ensure its success. He also promised transparency in the execution process, highlighting the need for continuous engagement with affected communities and stakeholders.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian government has officially denied any involvement in the recent attack on an oil pipeline in Niger Republic. The incident, which occurred earlier this week, sparked concerns about cross-border tensions and security challenges in the region. In a statement, the Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs emphasized that the country remains committed to maintaining peaceful relations with its neighbors and does not support or engage in actions that threaten regional stability. The ministry further assured that Nigeria will continue to collaborate with Niger Republic and other West African nations to address security concerns, including pipeline safety and energy infrastructure protection, as investigation into the attacks are currently underway. The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Isiaq Salako, says 2.5 trillion naira allocated to the health sector is a testament to President Tinubu's priority of improving the sector through massive investment. The minister made this declaration during a media parley with health journalists in Abuja, where he also pledged to forge a collaborative alliance with the media to boost health awareness, emphasizing the pivotal role of media in the ministry's efforts. Salako underscored the crucial impact the media publicity holds for success of the ministry's initiative, highlighting the necessity for extensive sensitization and media campaigns.
The level of awareness in the country in terms of health issues, in terms of prevention, in terms of health-seeking behaviors, in terms of improving the health literacy of the people, cannot be said to be optimal yet. And you as health journalists also have a very important role to play in ensuring that we continue to work on that to improve, because research has shown consistently that when the health literacy is high, then the health-seeking behavior is better and the health indicators are also better. So that is another area where you are very, very important. So In the ministry, we see you, health journalists, as partners in progress. People we depend on very, very seriously to disseminate issues, to disseminate policy statements, to disseminate our programs, and also to inform Nigerians. Of course, we also depend on you for feedbacks, because a lot of times, issues that arises in our hospitals sometimes are first brought to our notice through the media.
Human trafficking has become a growing crisis in Nigeria, impacting countless lives and casting a shadow on the nation's reputation as a leader in Africa. With over 1 million Nigerians trafficked annually, according to the Global Slavery Index, the issue remains a grave concern for stakeholders. In Abuja, the Nigerians in diaspora organization NIDO Africa held a campaign where the team joined the fight against human trafficking, highlighting the need for a united and comprehensive approach to tackle the scourge. Our correspondent Emeka Mako files us this report from Abuja.
Human trafficking continues to thrive as a national crisis in Nigeria, with its far-reaching impact on victims, their families, and the nation's economy. As a source, transit and destination countries for trafficking victims, Nigeria's alarming statistics place it at the heart of the global trafficking network. According to the Global Slavery Index, over 1 million Nigerians fall prey to trafficking annually, lured by false promises of better opportunities. To combat this menace, the Nigerians in diaspora organization NIDO Africa organized a campaign aimed to break the criminal business model of traffickers and bolster protection and rehabilitation for victims.
We must strengthen preventive measures, poverty, lack of education, and limited opportunities, because these are the breeding grounds of trafficking. By addressing these root causes, we can break the chain before it starts. Governments, NGOs, and the private sector must together provide sustainable livelihoods and education, especially for the vulnerable population.
Stakeholders stress the critical role of education and awareness in identifying the red flags of trafficking and protecting vulnerable populations.
To the victims of human trafficking, I want to assure you that we see you, we hear you, and we are committed to helping you. We will continue to work with governments, NGOs, and other stakeholders to provide you with the support and protection you so deserve.
There is no gainsaying that if Nigeria is to combat human trafficking to a more sustainable environment, there is the need to strengthen civil advocacy and local engagement skill program that works to end trafficking in person.
Advocates from other African countries shared insights from their respective nations, underlining the importance of collaboration across sectors.
My shelter, where we have shelter in Lagos, in Ghana now, we have over 27 victims that are under our custody. But their cases are ongoing. And you can't release a victim until they have testified in court, because the court needs that evidence before the judgment can be given.
After saving them from their madam, bring them out, give some of them some job. In the meanwhile, before you know it, you see the same girl going back to Nigeria to bring other girls, as she is the chairman of herself now.
With thousands of Nigerians deceived daily into pursuing false dreams of a better life abroad, the campaign is also advocating for the establishment of shelters for rescued victims.
To promote collaboration among civil society groups, the network of civil society organizations in Borno State has emphasized the importance of peace, unity, and social development. This was emphasized by the executive director of the group, Gulama Abiso, during the organization's Congress meeting at the Hall in University of Maiduguri. Speaking at the event, Abiso said the gathering was designed to align with Borno State government's 25 years development plan and 10-year strategic framework, and to drive developmental projects which will promote peace and harmony across the state.
Every organization, every humanitarian or developmental organization has to align with it for it to succeed. So we are expecting at the end of this, all organizations that are here will channel their programs through the 25 years development plan so that it can flow with the government. Secondly, we have a DSU, that is Delivery Service Unit, where we expect to have a tool that we can be able to track government budgets, partners' budget. Are these budgets going to exactly where they are supposed to? Are they impacting on the people? So we expect to hear from the DSU and have a tool through which all the civil society can use to track budgets. Thirdly, we invited a colleague from Damaturu, Yobe State, who is very vast in the field of humanitarian and developmental activities, who has been in the CSO forum for over 20 years, to tell us how did they progress, either personally or as an organization, so that we can learn lessons from him. Those organizations that are actually coming up will also learn from him.
We'll go on a break here, but coming up next, Dangote Refinery partners MRS to sell petrol at 935 naira per litre nationwide. Details of the story right after this break. Welcome back. Let's take you through our top stories. Tragedy struck on Saturday as stampede during rice distribution event in Anambra and Abuja claimed 27 lives, with 17 fatalities in Anambra and 10 in Abuja. The chaotic scene were attributed to poor crowd control, overwhelming the organizers and leading to multiple casualties, while several injured victims were rushed to the hospitals for treatment. Authorities have expressed concerns about the growing frequency of such incidents, calling for better safety measures and charity initiatives as investigations continue to determine the exact causes and ensure accountability. We also informed you that the Nigerian government has announced the redesign of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, scaling it down to 6-lane roads to reduce cost and improve sustainability. Minister of Works David Umahi highlighted challenges such as illegal land encroachment, regulatory hurdles, and environmental concerns, which have delayed progress. The first phase linking Lagos to Benin City is set to be commissioned by May 2025, with officials reiterating their commitment to completing the transformative infrastructure despite setbacks. Now, in case you missed any of the news bulletin or for more updates, you can catch us on Lime's World TV and AVO TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery, and Apple Store. On Facebook, we are TV360 Online. And on business, the Dangote refinery has partnered with MRS Oil Nigeria to make petrol available to Nigerians at a uniform price of 935 naira per litre nationwide. This collaboration marks a significant step towards addressing fuel availability and price disparities across the country. By leveraging the distribution network of MRS and the production capacity of Dangote refinery, the initiative aims to ensure consistent supply and stability in the downstream oil sector. The development is expected to improve accessibility to fuel while contributing to long-term energy security for Nigerians. And one of Nigeria's fastest growing new generation banks, Premium Trust Bank, has continued to expand its presence across the country. This time, it has opened its head office annex along the International Airport Road in Lagos as part of a strategy to enhance its reach since launching out in April 2022. The management of the bank says this new branch is a key component of its efforts to deliver innovative banking solutions to customers nationwide. TV360's correspondent Okoyemi Owosheni has more details in this next report.
Benefit of mankind. Thank you.
With the cutting of the ribbon, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu officially unveiled the newest branch of Premium Trust Bank located at the International Airport Road, Lagos. The event was attended by dignitaries from the Nigerian Senate, the Lagos State Government, business leaders, officials from the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, and customers of the bank. Governor Sanwo-Olu, accompanied by Emmanuel Emefiele, the Managing Director and CEO of Premium Trust Bank, and other dignitaries, toured the new banking hall and inspected the bank's facilities. One of Nigeria's fastest growing financial institutions, Premium Trust Bank has now established 18 branches across the country. Governor Sanwo-Olu expressed confidence in the bank's continued success, urging it to sustain its momentum.
To imagine that Premium Trust came after the very turbulent time of COVID. In less than 3 years, you came out of a global disruption, you came out of a pandemic when there were a lot of inconsistency. People really didn't know what the world or what the nation would be. But you took the challenge. You took a very clear vision from 2022, and today you are indeed a success story. I want to commend you. I want to commend your entire management board for sharing the vision with you, for staying the course, and for building a unique brand. A brand that I can stand here and testify to, a brand that is working.
Speaking at the ceremony, the Managing Director and CEO of the bank says it is committed to creating solutions to the unique challenges its customers face.
Only 2 weeks ago, we were rated as Africa's fastest growing bank. These recognitions are a testament of our relentless pursuit of excellence and innovation in the banking sector. They inspire us to continue pushing boundaries and setting new standards in service delivery. Beyond all of this, we are also committed to impacting lives.
Dignitaries present at the ceremony praised Premium Trust Bank for its unwavering commitment to professionalism and service excellence.
Your effort, your frantic efforts, not only contribute to the growth of the bank, but also the broader objective of national development. By empowering, businessmen, women, medium-sized, enterprises, you are directly contributing to the job creation, poverty alleviation, and also the overall economic advancement of this great nation.
This is one of the things that we love to see. Things that will further help to stimulate our economy, things that will further help to show that as a nation, we have an identity. MD Premium Trust Bank, you know why we're here and why we continue to celebrate you is because you are an example of how to be a success story.
Within the space of 2 years, they've expanded by over 18 branches thereabout, and I think that is part of the support that we need in the larger economy so that we can improve on financial inclusion and, of course, banking services.
Despite starting operations just 2 years ago in 2022, Premium Trust Bank has achieved impressive milestones. At its recent annual general meeting, the bank declared a profit before tax of 14.1 billion naira, highlighting its remarkable growth in the competitive Nigerian banking sector.
By the first quarter of next year, we should have been 15 branches up. But more importantly, we're investing heavily on technology. So we, combine brick and mortar with technology to digital solutions to ensure that customers are well served, financial inclusion is well taken care of. And our robust technology will also ensure that our customers enjoy the best of digital solutions.
Premium Trust Bank says its vision is to become the bank of choice and a dominant force in the industry by 2027 and the leading voice in consumer banking across Africa by 2032. And the management is clearly working along that path. Okpayemi Owusheni, TV360 News, Lagos.
And on the global scene, 5 people have been killed, including a child, and more than 200 injured after a car drove into a crowd at a Christmas market in the eastern German city of Magdeburg, officials say. Many people were critically injured, with German media reporting 41 critical injuries. The suspect who was arrested was a 50-year-old Saudi citizen who arrived in Germany in 2006 and had worked as a doctor. Preliminary investigation suggested the alleged attacker was acting as a lone wolf. And on sport, Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has disclosed that the citizens does not have what it takes to win the Premier League and Champions League. He made this known on the backdrop of the team's poor run in both competitions this season. Guardiola says the squad isn't strong enough this season, and the manager expressed doubt about reviving their title hopes, emphasizing that consistency is key to achieving major goals like winning the Premier League or progressing in the Champions League. Equality is team has been lacking recently. And the money at stake when Ukrainian boxer Oleksandr Usyk takes on Britain Tyson Fury in a rematch has been revealed. On Saturday, Usyk and Fury will face off again for the second time in 2024. Unlike the first fight, this one will not be for undisputed titles after Usyk was stripped of the full IBF title. Usyk won in May by split decisions and is considered the favorite to emerge victorious again. According to reports, the total purse will be $190 million and will be split 55 to 45 in Usyk's favor. And that wraps up our bulletin on the news. Many thanks for watching. See you again next time.